thanks for coming out. I got a lot of, don't see about tonight, but you guys, the guys that are here, pretty much, you know how it goes around here. It's training, it's hard work, it's a lot of L's, right? It's more losses than there is wins. It's showing up when you don't want to, it's making sacrifices, all those things that you can read about that are super cliche on Instagram. I don't know. You know, the thing that makes this place well is we like to train hard. I think that kind of weeds out all the other bullshit at the end of the day. So, you know, I want to thank you guys all for helping and making this place a good community, a successful gym. You know, I don't know. Obviously, these guys have been here. You know, James is my first student. Shane's probably my third student. You know, like the loyalty, EJ's probably two. Like the loyalty that you get from these guys. You know, I can't say enough thank you. And telling people to come here, and kind of works out that way. So, you know, tonight it's about you guys. It's about the stuff that you did. You know, I think the biggest thing about getting a belt or getting promoted is, you know, you put a couple years of work in, and you finally see some progress in it in the form of a belt. And most people don't realize what goes into that. They don't realize like how much shit can happen in 2 minutes. So, you know, I respect it. I respect the consistency and the dedication and the ability to persevere. You know, tell yourself like, hey, I'm gonna focus on those little victories. Like I got an underhook for 5 seconds and then ate a fistful of shit for the next 5.5 minutes. So I think that's what you learn in here, and then you bring it out into the real world, and that's where you become a better person. You get your promotion. You become a better husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend. You know, you learn to be mature in here quick because you're getting your ass kicked. You find out that immaturity doesn't last because everyone's going to put a target on your back. So I think those are the things that make jiu-jitsu special. But he forgot his gi because he's a meatball. But,
I'm injured, man.
Yeah, whatever. Dude, I can't say enough shit about Shane. He's one of the best dudes I know. Yeah, dude, he's tough as fucking nails, I'll be honest. And, you know, there's not much he lacks in, dude. He makes up for a lot of shit in here, and he's a great guy, and he's been around here since, 2014. I would say he started training. I met him through Keneen, who was probably one of the original guys that came through here. Man, I fucking done a lot of weird shit with him. And took some time off, came back, got injured, still here. You know, like, he's a great guy in here. He's a great guy at work, you know. Got a huge promotion at work. He's got 3 great kids. They're all stud athletes. Everything he does is right. You know, he won't lie to you ever, which is like, you know, you don't see it much. Loyalty, again, is something that you don't see much anymore. I can't say enough good things about Shane. Give him a purple belt tonight. Yeah, he didn't even plan on coming, to be honest with you. His kid's at Doughboys wrestling right now. He just was stopping in to say hi. This kind of works out like that. I'll say one of the best things about Shane when he first started training, he refused to tap to any choke, and he would just go out repeating it. Like, dude, he's asleep again. All right, next guy, I don't know, came about a year and a half ago. Dude, if you were to look up the word toughness in the dictionary, you would see a picture of him. There's no question in my mind. He is one of the toughest human beings I've ever met in my life, and he does not stop coming. And, you know, Dom is one of the best human beings. From the minute he walked in that door, I was like, dude, this kid is awesome. Like, the shit he says, how he trains, he does not care. And dude, he comes in here and you know what you're gonna get every time. There's no like, he'll be like, dude, I just was in a Bobcat for 10 hours. And you think, oh, maybe he's a little tired. No, dude, he's coming, he's trying to rip your head off every single time. And there's things like, dude, I don't know how many guys have done it, but that kid's impossible on bar. Like, impossible. And he's tough as nails, dude. He's been training, how long have you been training, dude? 15, 20 years?
14 or 15.
14 years. I met him in the basement of Y Crew, which was like the toughest gym around at the time. And he I'll never forget, he told me he was running 8 miles in boots, in combat boots, with plates in a backpack. And he's getting ready to go into the military. And I was like, yo, this kid is crazy. And Hanan at the time was like, roll with him. And I was like, all right. I just knew he was a pro MMA fighter. I didn't know anything about him. Dude, it was like a battle. I'll never forget. I was like, dude, who the fuck is that kid? You know? This is for you, Dom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give these two out together. Tough kids, dude. Dad raised them right. They work hard. They understand this is a process. They don't shy away from it. Most people do. Great athletes. Good kids. Real great for this community. Tough as nails. And they're probably the best for each other. They don't even realize it. But, you know, they're both successful because of each other, I think. I think their dad has a huge part to do. Old school kids, you don't see it like this anymore. Loyal. Stanley and Bobby. Next kid is like the same as everyone else, you know, just tough as nails. Good to have a wrestling background. Probably better to be from Methuen. Methuen probably puts out a bunch of tough kids, minus Noah. Now, loves to train. One thing you'll notice with the older guys in this here is they're about routine. You see that the guys are older guys are super consistent on the nights that they can get here. Anthony's no different. Okay, you can guarantee a couple of things, and he's gonna be here on Monday or Wednesday. He's gonna be here on Saturday, and those things aren't changing. And you know, like when you're consistent like that, you start to see some gains, and you start to improve. And then you start to see the people that you sign up with. You know, they kind of get stuck behind you because they're not making sacrifices to get here, which happens, but that's life, you know. So, Anthony, come on, bud. I will say, like, you know, BJ has a huge hand in developing these, specifically these ones. He takes the white belts and he does a great job. Part of the credit goes to the United States government because they know how to teach people how to create warriors and be the best at fighting other people in the world. But you know, EJ is a huge asset here, and he really, like, you don't hear about it as much in jiu-jitsu, developing talent. We talk about it a lot in other sports that I'm involved in, but in jiu-jitsu, you don't hear like, oh, dude, are they developing talent over there? And you hear like, that guy's fucking good, but then you don't look and see who they're developing along the way. EJ, you know, Sammy, everyone who got blue belt, Sammy, Bobby, Anthony, like, he's a huge help. They're consistent in this class. Okay? They're consistent like 52 weeks a year. You can guarantee that these guys are there. Okay? Same stuff. Guy likes to train, dude. You know, twice a day. He's here 2 classes on Monday, 2 classes on Wednesday. He's here on Saturday. He was training no-gi for a while. Sometimes, like, some adversity in life, you find out who's serious about jiu-jitsu and who's not. Adversity does it to everyone, but I think specifically in jiu-jitsu because, like, outside of your family and your job, no one really gives a shit about jiu-jitsu. I get paid to. So then you see some bad stuff happen, and you go, oh, fuck, am I gonna lose this guy? But, like, stumbling, finding jobs and shit, just staying persistent, just staying at it, and you know, he's gonna get a job being as a cop, and it's no different than him training. You keep fucking trying. You fail, you try. You fail, you try. You don't stop. The way he trains is no different. Always asking questions every fucking class. You know, getting beat up, laughing about it. But these things are tough, I think, especially like first class. You know, you're almost a white belt, you do pretty good, and then the next class you just get smashed for 35 minutes. It's hard to smile like that, but he does a great job doing it. Dimitri. More. All right. I don't have a lot of younger kids here. I'll be honest, it's tough for teenagers here. Outside of like Boots, who thinks he's like 30 already. It's tough. It's hard for teenagers to stick around and hang out with, like, you know, people in their 20s and 30s. Most of the time, these guys are retarded or whatever, you know. So, and then the other thing is they got old man strength. So, you know, most of you guys don't want to lose to a kid, you know. So it becomes hard coming in here all the time and just dealing with that. But I'll tell you, like, he would show up on like Thursday nights, like 10-minute classes, and I'm like, all right, this kid's serious about training. He's serious about improving. And, you know, he's been here about a year and a half, no quitting. Sky's the limit. Just keep training. Keep, you know, developing the game on bottom, and now you start to work your game on top. And this is for Andrew. Last blue belt. I think like blue belt's the hardest belt, in my opinion. I don't know, everyone's gonna say whatever belt for them was the hardest, but for me it was blue belt. The thing about it for me was like, you know, yesterday you're a white belt, today you're a blue belt, and yesterday you were the king of the world doing things that worked, and then today all your shit sucks. Yeah. I just spent like a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, however long it takes, trying to figure this weird stuff out. And then you get to blue belt, and these people have full-time jobs, but they don't care. They're training all day, and like, you're like, what the fuck? But I don't think it'll be a problem because she likes to train, and when you show up to train like that, you're gonna figure shit out. It's not like, all right, I'm just getting ping-ponged around here. At some point, you know, your brain starts to work like, dude, I really can't do that again. I'm getting killed here. And then that's how you kind of, you train yourself to start to think about the problems and how to solve the problems. And it also helps too that there's a bunch of guys in here, so you're forced to kind of train, you're forced to get better, evolve. If not, you just get hurt, you get smashed, okay? So this one's for Audra. Okay. I don't know, like you think about Florida right now, and it's like, oh, that place rocks because they can do whatever they want. There's no mandates for masks or nothing like that. But I know people that have moved from this gym to Florida and have been back. So it can't be that fucking good. So this this dude, like, I met him, I don't know how I fucking met him. We were at Doughboys and he showed up one day. And I'll be honest, my first thought was, he's not gonna fucking like this shit. So we were fucking boxing all the time. And he was like, he likes to train, so he was boxing for like a year or something, I don't know. Then I was like, let's start some jiu-jitsu. And he started training. And then like, he's starting to carve out a game where he's doing all this like gnarly ass shit. And I'm like, yo, this kid's getting better. And he's like one of the like personality, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Just you can talk to him for hours, and then he starts to train. Like, yeah, he's a fucking prick, dude. Like, you don't watch your shit, he's gonna fuck you up. And you know, he left for how long were you gone for? A year and change? Yeah, gone for like a year. So I'm not gonna lie to you. When people leave and they come back, I feel like they leave and they're awesome, and then they come back and they regress, and I'm like, what the fuck? All that hard work's fucking gone. What the fuck? So I get pissed. But I'll be honest, he didn't taper off that bad. Like, he kind of fell back into place, and he was like here. He started like wrist locking people right away. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, he's back, dude. He was training. You know, like it's hard when everyone here pretty much has kids. You all know things get fucking weird as your kids get older. And you're trying to carve out time, and your life changes. But Ellis he's consistent as fuck. He's tough as nails. And this is for him. Came to me from another school, started training at the boys. I think like where he trained from, and then where I kind of do things is different, obviously. But it's tough when you switch schools. It's tough when you switch schools to here, because I don't have like a ton of like traditional rules. You don't have to wear the same gi. You don't have to wear rash guards. You know, you're supposed to bow on and off, but I never say shit about it. You know, I swear, and you know, I just care more about jiu-jitsu, I think, than a lot of shit. But there was never anything, never like, fuck, I don't think he's gonna make it. Like, I never had those thoughts. And then, you know, like, trying through COVID, coming here, you know, everyone you talk about everyone, he's like, yeah, he's just a great dude, just likes to train, and he's been training for a while, you know, has a wrestling background, which helps. It's not like a prerequisite, but it definitely, mad IQ, it helps, you know what I mean? Talk about not taking things personal, like, it's just training in you, that's all it is. And some people, they're not used to it, so they get a little butthurt. But, you know, like, it is what it is. We're just trying to improve. And at first it was like, take a little bit, and then you just start to see, give it a little bit. That's the cool part for me. It's like, all right, I get to see these people improve, and I get to watch them come in here. And, you know, most people come in here and they tell me a bunch of goals, and you might hit 10% of them. But it's still cool because I get to see that 10%. And this hasn't changed. This is for Corey. You did great. Good job, dude. Oh man, this dude's awesome. He's like one of the funniest fucking guys I ever meet. He's fucking awesome. Connor told him to come here. I was like, Connor, what the fuck, dude? Why you sending old men my way? Tim's the best. He's the fucking best. Dude, he loves to train, like everyone loves to train, right? But Tim likes to train, he's consistent. Okay, so like I said before, the younger guys in the room, the guys that your life is chaos just yet, you don't have that structure every day. Look at the older guys here. Learn the structure when you're 19 years old. Because when you're 40, you're gonna be making money. And at the end of the day, like I hate to say it, but it's what it's about, right? You need money to survive. So you take a guy like Tim, he's so fucking driven on his routine, like it's almost, not almost, it's autistic. Tell him, like, hey dude, can you come in tomorrow? Like, you see the fucking ticks. He can't handle it. But that's what makes it work, dude. Like, it's over time, it's not a sprint to the finish line, it's over time he's gonna get there. And a lot of times the guys that are trying to make up for time, going 15 times a week or whatever, they tailor off, they burn out, they don't last. Loves smashing, dude, loves it, right? Comes here on 50, 51? 52. 52, right? He trains on Thursday nights, okay? So look around, like look in the fucking mirror, right? Some of the guys that are in the back that are 20 years old, and you're not here full of fucking shit excuses. He's here, he's eating shit on Thursdays. He don't give a shit, he's getting better, okay? So I respect all these things. I can't say enough good things. He's fucking nuts. He's like fostered 30 kids. He's got 2 kids of his own. He's fucking crazy. So Tim, this is for you, dude. Alright, this is like for a pure fucking athlete, seriously. You mention this dude's name and they're gonna be like, oh, you're a fucking animal, right? Like, you don't get guys that come in here from other sports that have success in other sports and are able to do the same thing in jiu-jitsu. Because jiu-jitsu is weird and it's lazy sometimes, and you gotta like, why is the guy doing that? It kind of goes against everything that I've been instructed to do my whole life in another sport. But you just, excuse me, you show them like 2 things. COVID. You show them like, you show them 2 things and you're like, fuck, I gotta fucking train with that guy in a week. Dude, I could go on for hours. So, just a hard-working human being, dude. Like, you ever find yourself doubting yourself about anything? Like, you feel like you can't get up in the morning, make a phone call, figure it out, and he's gonna tell you, like, dude, it's not that hard, you just do it. And the guys here that have kids, have wives, have families, you understand that's a huge sacrifice, it's a huge time piece. At a full-time, excuse me, a full-time job, that's 40 hours. Building a business out of your fucking barn, okay, is another 30 hours. So now you're at a 70-hour work week with 2 kids and a wife. And then you add a bunch of fucking animals. Literal, like farming. Now, like, I don't know, maybe another 30 hours, you're up to 110 hours a week. And then you find time to train. We're not talking about a lot of people here, we're talking about a fraction of society. Like, this is hard work. Then you just like, you start training with it, dude, and you're like, oh my fucking God. Like, he gets a hold of you, like, dude, this guy's far strong. It's like, do I gotta fucking train with him again? You know? Nicest human being you'll ever meet in your life. And, like, You have shit going on in your life, bad shit, talk to him. Good shit, talk to him. You need to go have a reset, like you had the worst month in your life, go up to his farm and just train for an hour. Go up to his farm and just walk around for an hour. You're back to normal. Like it's amazing. And I've never heard anyone say like, oh dude, that kid's a dick. I've never heard the negative, ever. And the other sport that I'm involved in, you mentioned the kid's name, and everyone immediately was like, holy shit, that kid's an animal. Like just, we were talking about him today in the locker room, Ryan was there. And my other friend, the other guy I was coaching, was a very good wrestler. I mentioned his name, he goes, that kid's a fucking animal. I'm like, yeah, he is, okay? And it's unfortunate that you guys don't get to train with him as much, but if you do have time on Thursday nights, or he's here on Saturdays, Danilo's been lucky enough lately, you get in front of him and you're gonna be like, holy shit. On top, dude, he's like a black belt on top. He's very, he just getting his purple belt, blue belt right now, right? Like just a fucking animal. This is for soap on. But like 95%, yeah, minus like 2 guys. These people have been with me since like 2013, 2014, so I could go on for hours about each person and the shit they've been through. The majority of these people here that are getting these belts, and this is no joke, but there's adversity in their lives. There's something that happened to them that has totally told them, don't fucking train jiu-jitsu anymore, and they just say, fuck you, I'm gonna do it anyways. And I don't know, like, growing up, society kind of tells you like that's not the best attitude to have. You're just being a stubborn prick. But I think at the end of the day, more than 50% of the time, that attitude is going to make people successful. You just got to know how to harness it in the right direction. It can be problematic with like kids like Noah, right? Like if he's just stubborn and he doesn't listen, right? His parents are going to be pissed at him. But if he's stubborn about the right things, you know, that's the path to success, right? So the guys that are getting these brown belts, like 100%, like just know like the work that's put in, the amount of hours, the sweat, everything that's gone into it. Most people have never worked like that towards anything in their life, in my opinion, right? Like I read an article. Elon Musk said like he works 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. He probably does. He's a bazillionaire. Christian just worked for him. He said he was working like a ton over there. It was crazy. But like, I'm not trying to shit on the work. I'm not. But sitting behind a computer all day is probably tiring, right? I don't do it, but it's probably tiring. But I think I could sit behind a computer all day for 16 hours over getting my ass kicked. Like or a month of bad fucking training, which happens, dude. You get in these funks. It sucks, dude. You're losing your fucking mind. For me, like, you make it to brown belt, you're there, right? These guys will say, like, you made it, right? You got one more belt. It's fucking over after that. And there's been 1,000 reasons why you should quit, and that one reason just keeps helping you holding on, right? Like, I like it, right? There's no other, society doesn't care about it. We're not getting paid to do it. you just make it sacrifice. I mean, literally, this place is gonna take more, I think, at the end of the day than you have. Right? You give more to it, because you sacrifice time, and that's what you don't get back. So, it's hard. First one up, dude. Keeks. Next dude, Raf. Yeah, I think I'm probably more happy for this one dude. I think obviously he's gonna be happy, but I'm very happy for him. I'm just gonna say, like, you guys don't know adversity. You really don't know it until you walk a mile in someone else's shoes. And this is for Eric. Guys, I'm excited for all the belts, but I've been talking about this one probably for about 4 or 5 months. If you look around, like, you know, the average age of the dudes in here is, like, I would probably say 30s. I'd probably say that. And then we have some outliers. Okay, there's some young bucks and some old guys. This guy, he came here and jumped right in, and I'm gonna be honest, you can learn a lot from him. In here, just the way he approaches it, the way he thinks with experience in life, work experience, like, you deal with people, you learn a lot, and you know, it's hard to train with some young guys all the time. But I never hear a complaint, and it goes to train with, like, Soap and Brian Caldwell. You guys know Brian? He's a fucking tank. Okay, Soap's a tank, and you know, if you can't get here on Thursday night, especially for the brown belts, right? Like, you get your brown belt, like, you gotta start training on Thursdays so you can get your black belt. But you know, he's a consistency in the routine. You know, he's consistent four fucking times a week. So the young guys in the back that aren't here 4 times a week, shame on you, okay? The older guys, you know what I'm talking about. This is for Victor. guys, all these guys are pretty much the same.
Okay.
Super loyal. Me and James could probably go on for hours about this kid.
Yeah.
James got tons of funny stories. Like I wish you guys could see James like 5 years, 6 years ago. He was that man, dude. Just coming in here, like the harder we go at night, the better he trained in the morning. Coming in here blowing like a 3 hour, like he did not care. and dude, like he had this set list of people that he was going after, and I used to get so excited because I'm a loser. I've done like around my life with this. So, like you think, oh fuck, kid's gonna quit or something. That was never the case. And he went from training like not minimally, but like a couple times a week to fucking training. And once he started training, the belts, the wins, everything, his ears, all of it, like it just got awesome. And I think just knowing him for as long as I've known him, seen him grow from like when he was a kid to like now, he's got like a clear plan and goals. And at first you're like, dude, what are you gonna do? He's like Hogue, similar situation. But you find ways to figure it out by training, and it gives you a pathway to think, like, how the fuck am I gonna figure this life out? Yeah, he's doing awesome for himself. This is for all right. Another belt for another person that has had every reason to quit, and probably every doctor tell that person to quit. But you just say, dude, I don't care. I'm not gonna listen to whatever the fuck you have to say. And that stubbornness, that persistence, I'm serious. It's what makes you successful. That is where you start in the back and you end up here, up there. That's the exact thing that we're looking for around here. They refuse to quit. I don't care anymore. Sandy. Quick story about her. Like her first jiu-jitsu, first couple of months, I don't know, a week, whatever it is, training. She got her ass kicked by a girl, went in the bathroom and cried for 45 minutes. Seriously.
What?
Your first like jiu-jitsu, when the girl beat you up and you went and got upset in the bathroom and cried for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Broke my neck.
But guys, that's the shit I'm talking about. Because most people are going, I'm not fucking paying for this. This is not what I fucking want in my life. But that's the beauty in it. That's the difference maker. The fuck you attitude. That's what I think makes people successful. Solid dude. Training a ton right now, and it's paying off. It's showing. Has some children in his life. Has a child in his life. So again, that consistency and routine, that structure in the schedule, So I'm not telling the guys to have kids. Right? That's not what I'm saying. Because most of the time that's a jiu-jitsu killer. But in some cases it works out for the best. It makes it work. And in this situation, like, dude, if you just take the past year of him training, you're gonna go, okay, he got way fucking better. And part of it is, you know, like, you want to improve. Everyone wants to improve, but how do you do that? How do you make a plan and move towards it? And you know, you start putting yourself in the situations that you suck at. You start trying to figure things out in a manner that you can learn from, not just some chaos way. Like, I'm gonna put my hand over here all the time and hope to God it works. This is for Johnny. Awesome job, dude. Thank you. Here we go. Another dude. Ah, man. I think like I don't know, if you're gonna have a fucking kid, I'm gonna be honest, if you're gonna have a kid, there's probably two people in the world that I would go to ask questions for. I'm being dead serious. Brownie's dad, Mr. Brown, he's the fucking dude, right? He's the total dude. And Brad. Because what Brad did with Brad and Gisette, I should say, what they've done with Noah is fucking awesome, okay? And that's trusting a process. That's not just waking up and going, I'm gonna fucking push him this way and hope that it works. That is, you start the kid and you go like this, trials and tribulations. That, I think, you know, the way I look at it is like, you start training jiu-jitsu and you start, okay, I'm not even gonna think about the end result. I'm just gonna start at day one and see where it takes me. And through that process, you use it as like a roadmap for all the other things in your life. And it's just like, jiu-jitsu is just like everything else. You get a little good at things, and then you hit this fucking roadblock, and you're like, fuck, dude, this sucks. I can go left or right or quit. You go right, 6 months later you figure out that it sucked, you gotta go back, and then go left. And that's why I think like jiu-jitsu really helps. It helps me, by, you know, the way I look at it as well, it's fucking helping everyone. And another guy like Victor, he's going to Soaps, okay? And it's Victor, Brad, Sopon, and Caldwell. And, you know, I'm gonna be honest, if you guys never know this, the rounds are not fucking easy, dude. Like, Sopon and Caldwell, they're like fucking salivating dogs. And they're just fucking salivating, like waiting for new meat to chew on. You're like, oh, fuck. And, you know, it's hot in there, and they like grindy, pressury games, and it's tough to survive. And even in here, like, there's no like, I bitch about this all the time, but there's no hanging out over there. Right? Over there, as I always say, is like the easier rounds. Over here is the harder shit. So I try to like get in the middle and try to bring people back and forth, but I never really see over there or over there. And you know, like what they do with their kids, like the Brad and Gisette do with their kids, it's fucking awesome, man. Like, great kids. You know, they don't get pissed about the others. They're not fucking crazy parents that are like, my kid's got to be the best and super arrogant about it. Like, they want their kids to go against the best athletes, but they want their kids to be the best, but they're not dicks about it. And it becomes like this really fine line. And you guys that have kids, you know what I'm talking about, because you just see these parents are like, dude, get the fuck away from me. And I think, like, you know, that's the type of person that I'm looking for here. Obviously, jiu-jitsu comes first. The character and stuff, it's a close second. But, you know, this is for Brad. couple more. Tough as nails. This next person is just tough as nails. Yeah. There's not much I'm gonna say that everyone doesn't already, think and agree with. Not a lot of girls here. Hard for girls to kind of stick around here. Probably been training since like 15 or 16. It's tough. I don't know, it's hard for girls. Ask the girls. It's hard. Michelle was like, it's impossible to train with guys all the time because you're constantly getting hurt, which is true because Michelle's getting hurt all the time. But you show up and you do your best and you keep going and you progress and you're coachable and you got a great attitude, and all these things that happen in here, they start to happen out there, and you see the person, be good at jiu-jitsu, but then you start to see their personal life get way fucking better. And sky's the limit, dude. Just all the pleasure watching it. This is for Alex. Okay. Last one. Stubborn as fuck person. Stubborn motherfucker. Tough kid. Very consistent with the schedule. Automatics on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights, automatics. When it comes to like younger dudes in here, it's tough because you get that social life and you start drinking and you really start partying. Like jiu-jitsu suffers and no one's coming here to get their ass kicked, so typically they choose their social life and you never see them again. But this is the opposite, polar opposite. You find the structure, you find a routine that keeps you healthy, and you stick with it, and you just keep at it, and all of a sudden you start to polish it, you start to see a little bit of your reflection, and then you see more of your reflection, and then all of a sudden you're like, that thing's shiny. These things are all done through training. I think when you talk about this place, most of the time, you see other schools, they just look at the competitors because that's who is putting themselves out here the most. But this person's definitely the right guy for everyone to be looking at. Never really says a bad word about anyone, to be honest with you. And he likes to train. And so there's parts of that that's weird because everyone likes to train, right? But not everyone likes to come in here and challenge themselves with the best guys consistently. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. You have those days you're like, dude, I do not want to fucking roll with that guy again. It happens. But, the guy James will tell you, like, every time you just get in front of him, you big brother him. And that's how you develop some serious talent around here. And sooner or later you start to see that progress. You start to see it really big time. This is for Gilly. Ooh. Him and I used to train a lot. Like, he helped me a lot in 2017 when I wasn't the healthiest in my life. Kind of helped me figure things out by just kind of kicking my ass, to be honest with you. And it was the best. I'll be honest, it was the best fucking thing for him. Call me every day, like, dude, you want to train? Want to train? Yep. So we'd meet at Doughboys at like 3 in the afternoon. Typically on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Do an hour or 10-minute goals, him and I. And again, like, that's something that I'll remember forever. But the couple years prior to that, and up until right now, like, he's a very good training partner. He's an asset to this community. He helps everyone in here. He's a fucking grown child. And I've seen him single, girlfriend, kid, no kid, like, you see all the phases of his life. And I'm gonna be honest with you, look around, dude. Especially, like, look around that way. Half these dudes aren't gonna be around once they start popping out children. That's just the way it is. But there's no stopping. Those things haven't stopped him. And appreciate it. It's for Roberto. Last one. There'll be a lot of people getting you back. Sorry, last one. I was talking about earlier. We have major help with this place. From even the guys that come at the 6:30 class here all the way down. You're coming for his basic knowledge. You're coming for the knowledge that he's putting out there on just basic fundamentals. And I think that, it speaks volumes. You don't hear, but you do hear about it, like, basics are gonna win the championships, right? But the championships are the fake bullshit. It's the everyday stuff that matters. And he has this place on his mind all the time. I never have to worry about anything. Like, sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, I worry about stupid shit. But it's never, this conversation's never fucking happened. Like, it's never like, dude, what the fuck? Like, it's never like that. We talk about developing talent. You talk about telling a kid how to act who's like a young kid that doesn't get it yet. Or you talk about someone to look up to, being a dad, another person who's taking his son, and you just look how good he is at jiu-jitsu. You go, oh shit, this kid's gonna be an animal. I mean, that's all him, just like Brad. You just invest your time in your kid, and there's nothing flashy there. It's just basics. It's just do this, this, and this repeatedly. It's nothing flashy, and it works. And veteran, I could go on for hours about the things like the person's done. I just think, like, you guys all know, you know who I'm talking about. And this is like a life's work, dude. These guys will tell you, you just, it's hard to explain. You guys are all next, you don't understand. You think about it, and then it happens, and you go, oh shit. What do I do? What's next? So, it's easy. You keep showing up. You keep doing the same stuff. It doesn't stop. And, jiu-jitsu's hard, man. When I first started training, Frost was the only blue belt that I knew. I think, like, Vaca was like a black belt.
Yeah.
All those a black belt. And that was it. Like, blue belts were like unheard of. And now, like, you know, there's black belts, brown belts, all the way down to white belts here. It's like things have changed, but those standards, right? Like where we used to train, they used to put a huge emphasis on character, right? On you're not gonna get, you always tell us like, you're not gonna get a belt if you act like an asshole. If you're fighting in the street, if you're drinking, you're doing all these things, you're not gonna get a belt. And it used to bother me because I was doing all those things like an idiot. And I was like, ah, fuck everyone up in that place, I don't care. But now when I look back at it, I'm like, dude, I was that asshole. I was wrong, you know? And, you know, he's never once been that dude who was like, hey, like, let's go fight. I've never had that conversation. It's never even brought up once. It's always been about real shit, you know, and comes to teaching and learning, dude, he talks, I'm all ears. Yeah, I can't say enough good things. You know, it's tough, like, he's gonna have to talk, but, you know, like, you give your life for something, and you don't get much back. This, you know, all you get is this. No one gives a fuck about this other than us in here. You don't get money, you don't get anything. But you wear it with pride, and people walk in and they go, oh, that dude's a fucking animal, right? Like, he's got 10 years of training, or how long he's training, a ton of knowledge. And, you know, the guys that get belts, like, I'm not just giving them out, right? Like, you gotta earn them. You gotta be good at jiu-jitsu at the end of the day. That's what the door says. And I couldn't be happier, you know, put them up here with these guys. I'll tell you, like, dude, I can't fucking wait for it. So, this is Frisian.
Speech, son. Speech.
Yeah!
Preach. Sucking for me, boy. Where's the wisdom?
So,
Yo, I'm right.
I thought about what I was gonna say like all day, and I come up with jack shit. I talk to you guys every day, so it's not anything different than I would tell you at the end of a regular class. Congratulations, everybody got promoted, and everybody that's on the way to be promoted. I don't know what else to really say. I met Chris in 2013. I was in another school in Salem, Mass. I was going to college at Salem State, and that school was garbage. I went to 2 Nagas by myself as a white belt, and it was not it. So I was a personal trainer, Best Fitness, and I saw Chris's ears from like across the desk, and I was like, hey, that dude trainer, talk to him. Talked to him twice. I blew him up like 4 times. He kept telling me to come train with him, and I was like, all right, I'm coming. And I just said, fuck it, I'm not coming. Because back then we were out in freaking Manchester in some fucking karate warehouse. Yeah. And dude, listen, you guys have no idea where we came from. But I finally went out there, met him, it was awesome, and then he taught me to come to Doughboys. It was me, him, Shane left, Vic, Viggs, James, and me, and then Rap showed up. But it was me getting my ass beat every day at 4:15 by all, and we take turns. It was like a dog playing the ball with trainers. And then, you know, Rap showed up, so I had somebody else to take the heat off me, but yeah, it was fucking miserable. When we tell you guys you have no idea where we came from, you really have no idea where we came from. Like Friday mornings used to be, oh good, the white belt's here, and it was, we just get bloody and fucked up for 2 hours, and then get sent on our way and it's supposed to come back the next day. It was miserable. But now, you know, These guys actually want to teach you shit. It's not about beating you up and sending you on your damn way. This place,
Yeah, okay.
this place here, no bullshit guys, probably saved my life. When I got out of the Marine Corps, I had no idea what the fuck I was gonna do. None. Bouncing back and forth between school and jobs. I was talking to Maddie about being a CO because I was like, hey, Fitz, got disqualified for that because of my PTSD. Like, it was a lot of shit going on with me. But this place pretty much saved me, dude. So when I'm here, I try to give you everything that you guys have given me to make me a better person. So it's not about fucking who's got the tightest arm bar. It's about I can teach you something you can use when you walk out of here and be a better person. My job is to make sure that I leave you just better than when I found it. So which means I give you everything that I know. So you guys, when you're here, you're better than all of us. That's our end goal. Like I'm gonna be done competing soon, so I need somebody else to take my spot when I'm fucking done rolling and competing and stuff. But this is just a fucking belt. Back to this on fucking Wednesday, right? That's all I got.